Crypto on the rise, and we got no fear. We flying, we riding through DeFi strain. Hoes to the future, it's more than just a dream. Community strong, as far as we see. Born in the game.
We crypto OG.
Gotta
Gotta go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly wrap-up report. As always, this is not financial advice, just my personal opinions for entertainment value. If you learned something new, hit the like button for me. Last week, you guys got to meet my AI twin. Crazy what this technology is able to do. Many of you reached out. You said that, the content was cool. All I did was feed that thing my script, my weekly wrap-up report script. I did shorten it to make it a little bit more efficient for time. It was like 9 minutes, but it was a picture of myself with a script, and it looked as if, it was me giving the wrap-up report. Now, it doesn't have as many hand movements as I do or anything like that, but that tech will get there. And now we can unleash all this new entertainment. And I was going to have the Burn Goddess deliver the show for me this weekend, but you guys are not ready for her. She will send Hoge right to $100 million market cap. And I know we all love being around a $3 million market cap. So I decided to wait one more week so everybody can get their positions. But in all seriousness, we are going to be trying out some new character content ideas. And it's pretty exciting. We're gonna bring some new content, but I am excited to announce a huge upgrade to Hoge.Report. Hoge legend Zarko, the creator and manager of our greatest asset, Hoge.Report, just pushed through an awesome, some might even say scary upgrade. Wallet Whisperer is here. So if you go to Hoge.Report, you scroll down to the middle of the page, you will see Wallet Whisperer. And it's for Hoge wallets only. You drop a wallet, uncover every Hoge decision it ever made. From diamond pulls to total disasters. Return on investment included. There's no mercy, no filters, just blockchain truth. The chain always remembers. You all know me. I am not a blockchain pro. Etherscan confuses the shit out of me. Even when I'm looking at my own wallet, knowing exactly what I did, it still is like, wait, hold on, what happened there? But now with this Wallet Whisperer, every question you had about your Hoge position and history is clearly laid out and easy to understand. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely been nice not knowing how much money I have invested into Hoge over the last 4 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I've always wanted to know that number, but never wanted to take the time to figure it out. Well, now we all have the option. To use this new tool, you just go to Hoge.Report and click Wallet Whisperer, and all you have to do is paste in yours or any wallet address, and you can see every Hoge detail about that wallet. You don't have to connect. There's no risk of anything. You can snag any wallet of any holder you see in Hoge and paste it in there and see exactly what that wallet has done. In the advisor's room, we were able to confirm the $300,000 tax harvesting loss Rory had to take, which he was talking about in his post and why he sold his Hoge position. So, he wasn't lying. He really lost $345,000, and sadly, maybe he's coming back. Nobody knows. It's we're all just waiting, But I did do it. I did it. I bit the bullet. I took a deep breath and I pasted my wallet address into the Wallet Whisperer this morning. Are you guys ready? Here are my stats between my two wallets that hold over 2 billion Hoge. I hope my wife can't hear me. That would be nice. Over the 4 years, I have invested a total of $44,535. I'd paid 0.3 ETH gas fees over the transactions. I think one wallet there was 27 transactions, another wallet was 17 transactions. Down 67% or roughly $31,000, and my break even is 0.00022. I mean, guys, that's not horrible. That is not that bad. But my most proud stat in both of my wallets, and it says it in the stats, Hoge sold 0. Yes, you heard that right. I am a true diamond hander right here. And Hoge is my baby. And I love it. And I can't get rid of it. It is what it is. But some might laugh at that. Hoge sold 0. But come on. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But this feature is so damn nice. Someone could easily deep dive the large Hoge wallets that are still holding the supply, see how active they are, see how not active they are, see where the Hoge is actually spread out, and really do your research so you know exactly the potential of what you're investing in. Like many of us have said, we think there's probably like 30 to 60 billion Hoge out there tradable. In all reality. And most people won't be in profit till we're over $100 million market cap, and we're at a $3 million market cap. So like, we would be trading 60 billion Hoge, and that's, not even like $300,000. So, just don't be persuaded by the doubters who simply downplay reality. Right now, everyone in crypto is hungry for a meme coin that has community, that's a low market caps, old, showing its survival skills, no rugging possible. Hoge adds function. Its tokenomics literally give it utility instantly. If we get volume, imagine we get Pepe volume or Shiba volume or Doge volume. Like the reflections alone of just holding it and earning free Hoge every day and seeing that total supply tick down, that is actual utility. That is just from the smart contract, let alone everything else the community adds to the token. Hoge is built different, and when you learn the potential, it becomes hard to unsee. To all the active devs, builders, members, keep up the good work. We also had a post on Reddit that made a lot of sense, and the guy said, just a quick question here. OptiSwap's design, why the change to pink? With regards to user engagement, I'm pretty sure an interface design is important. How about we upgrade the design? Yes, no? I know it's still in the R&D phase, but this period that we're in may be a great time to invest in building and upgrading OptiSwap. Also, OptiSwap should be a big deal, so let's talk about it more on social media. So, I'm not giving away any surprises, but we have a community member that has taken this on and has redesigned the entire OptiSwap site, and we're working on a pretty cool release for it. So, if you're lucky enough to be tuning into the wrap-up report, understand, Hoge isn't dead. Like, there's a whole team of volunteers that love this thing and aren't going anywhere, and we're early. We're in crypto, guys. Like, this hasn't even started yet. Everyone's saying ETH could go to 10K. Well, we have an unchangeable, scarce meme token that is completely unruggable, and literally anybody can bring value and do whatever they want to it. So, hang in there, boys. We're building. But let's talk about the news of the week. Let's talk about mommy and daddy fighting. As most of you know, Trump and Elon are having a massive public feud over the big, beautiful bill. It's crazy to see it come to this. As most of you know that tune in here, I was a never Trumper. Really didn't like the guy and thought, he was wrong in a lot of stuff. But over the last 3 years, I really was woken up to the true nature of government and what power is and how they can corrupt stuff. And when Elon Musk and RFK switched to support Trump, so did I, because they stood for exactly what made sense to me. Get rid of government waste and fraud and excessive spending, and fix our insane healthcare system and the prices pharmaceutical companies get away with charging. Here in America, you don't just get sick, you also go broke being sick. So it's even mental. It's not physical pain, it's also mental and future pain for your family. But now that Trump and Elon are fighting, it's a bit scary. So, again, I'm not going to go into it in too much detail, but it's crazy. Elon's 130-day part-time government contract as part of Doge expired this month, and some are trying to spin the narrative that this is why Elon got upset. But we all know it's because of how much bullshit they are stuffing into this big, beautiful bill that no one even got to read fully before it was voted on. Listen to this. The House of Representatives in America has a 72-hour rule, which requires the bill to be posted 72 hours before passage, which is 3 days. But the Speaker circumvented this rule with a manager's amendment that rewrote and added substantial portions of the bill as it went through the Rules Committee the night the bill was passed. There's another House rule which requires a day to pass before voting on a bill after the Rules Committee has modified it. Would you believe the House voted to suspend that so-called same-day rule? This means the final language of the bill was released only a few minutes before the debate began. The vote on the rule change and the vote on the bill followed within a couple of hours. How insane is that? You're voting on trillions of dollars in future debt for generations to come, and you don't even get to read it. Elon is right. Members of Congress didn't even know what was in the bill until the night it passed. A few other members have also made that clear. And then I've watched a couple of videos where people have put the bill through AI and has analyzed it, and it just sounds like we are going to be screwed in the future. I mean, yes, we're going to get tax breaks if you're a working class person, but what does that mean in the future? That's what you got to think. It's kind of nuts. But as you can tell, they've been going back and forth, and it's a little bit scary. This back and forth caused Tesla stock to have its 10th worst day in history, down $47 through. And it's only 1 week away from launching the Cybercap. So it had its 10th worst day ever, going down $47, a week away from its biggest announcement, or it's going live with what everybody's been waiting for, the Cybercap. Wild. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Elon Musk put up a poll. Is it time to create a third party that covers the 80% majority? And I think the poll was 80% yes. Bring on a third party. Because let's talk about the debt. You know me. You know I love Bitcoin. You know I preach debt all day. Like, there's good debt, there's bad debt. US has the worst type of debt. Just so you understand, the interest cost on the US federal debt in 2024 is going to be $1.13 trillion. 10 years ago, it was $416 billion. And now it's $1.13 trillion. This is just interest. Nothing being paid. You are just paying the interest to hold your debt. Nothing. Interest payments already consume 25% of all government revenue. If the massive deficit spending continues, there will only be money for interest payments and nothing else. No Social Security, no medical, no defense, nothing. Our annual U.S. budget deficit is going to be over $2 trillion per year going forward. We pay over $100 billion per month in interest on the national debt. $1.2 trillion per year. What could you do with $1.2 trillion? Total global debt rose in the first quarter of 2025 to $324 trillion. The world is in debt to somebody, $324 trillion. This is why we Bitcoin. The median age of a home buy in America now is 56 years old, up from 31 years old. It was 31 back in 1981, and now the median age of a home buyer is 56 years old. Unaffordable for many is an understatement. Again, this is why we Bitcoin. AI is bringing the age of abundance and the death of scarcity. With AI, you can basically now make whatever you want. Any kind of art, any kind of style. Now with VO3, you can make movies. If you write a book, you go like, I like these three authors, but I'm thinking of making a book based on like that book about this topic. And I don't like the ending. No, actually change the main character. Boom. You have a book in like 2 days. So AI brings on infinite reproduction, boundless creation without constraint, multiple possibilities endlessly, and expands beyond human comprehension. Bitcoin brings on absolute constraint, fixed supply encoded in mathematics, immutable rules, resistant to manipulation, and grounds value in physical reality. Are you getting it? Do you get it? This week, Bitcoin hit block 900,000. Pretty big moment. Also in California, they just passed a bill to seize Bitcoin left idle on exchanges after 3 years of inactivity. Assets can be taken by the state under unclaimed property laws. That bill now heads to the Senate to be passed. So, it's basically just saying let's include Bitcoin into unclaimed property. So I actually got an email like a month ago from PayPal or from the New Jersey state that said I had unclaimed property in a PayPal account for my business from 3 years ago. And if I didn't do anything in 90 days, again, they would take it. And I was like, oh my God, I just got $1,700 out of nowhere. I forgot about. So that was pretty cool that they do that. But again, if I didn't see that email, that money would have been gone forever. So they're trying to do that with Bitcoin now in California. Russia's biggest lender, Sberbank, to launch Bitcoin structured bonds with plans to list them on the Moscow exchange. Argentina, the state TV announces it will air Bitcoin educational content. Trump media announces a $2.5 billion Bitcoin treasury deal. Trump media says this is one of the largest Bitcoin treasury deals of any public company. But last thing, let's just talk about the stock of stocks, MicroStrategy or Strategy. Want to know something insane? Since November 1st, Strategy has accumulated at a rate of 1,460 Bitcoin per day. Okay, let me say that one more time. Since November 1st, Michael Saylor Strategy has accumulated 1,460 Bitcoin per day. They added over 300,000 Bitcoin in under 200 days. Nobody on earth can raise capital and execute at this level. It's not even close. On November 21st, MicroStrategy hit an all-time high of $543. It eventually closed the day at $396. At the time, they held 331,000 Bitcoin. On Friday, MicroStrategy closed at $366, and they currently hold 580,000 Bitcoin. There is going to be a violent correction. Again, at the same stock price, basically $30 off, they held 331,000 Bitcoin back in November, and they were at $396. We are $30 less in stock price, and they hold an extra 250,000 Bitcoin. I got to take a moment. My brain is hurting. Can you believe that? In 200 days, 1,460 Bitcoin per day they accumulate. Strategy on Monday announced they acquired another 705 Bitcoin for $75 million and have achieved a Bitcoin yield of 16.9%. So the cool thing about this buy, there was no stock issuance. This was purely through Strike and Strife. So again, no dilution to the stock investors, but it was only $75 million. But on Wednesday, Strategy announced that they are offering a third company called Stride, which is a new perpetual stock via an IPO, and they raised over $1.5 billion in this IPO, again, to purchase Bitcoin for MicroStrategy. So these sister companies give you a guaranteed yield. So like Strife, the goal in life is obviously to retire, right? So my personal goal, I got to get to $2 million. Then you can put $1 million in Strive, which gives you a guaranteed 10% yield with no risk. You're not buying bonds. You're not buying anything dumb. You're literally buying a Bitcoin-backed leverage play that gives you 10% guaranteed. Can you lift off 100 grand? And yet that Stride and Strife will grow. That stock price will actually go up. So not only is that million growing, but you're getting 10% on that forever. I mean, you don't have to work. You can do whatever you want, right? Pretty cool. So that's the play. And then, you know, like I said, I did buy the MicroStrategy competitor CEP, soon to be XXI. This week, the Tether Group is moving 14,000 Bitcoin to that address as part of its investment with 21 Capital. So we're all waiting for that announcement for CEP to change to XXI and become official, and they can start releasing all their plans and their announcements. It's, again, Cantor Fitzgerald, Jack Mallers, and Tether, the largest stablecoin issuer ever, the most efficient business model ever created. So how do you not back them, right? They have no debt, coming in with 42,000 Bitcoin, being valued very low. But, you know, that's all I got this week. So go to Hoge.Report, check out our new product, the Wallet Whisperer, and have some fun. It's a bit scary, so be prepared to see, you know, it's scary now. But if Hoge pumps, the Wallet Whisperer is going to be where it's at. Everybody's going to be posting their gains. It's going to be pretty fun. But have a good weekend. Enjoy it. I'll see you in the chats. Peace.